Now we have example C, and in class they thought this was just evil incarnate because it had so many terms. But the process is still the same. It's not going to take as long as you might think it does. So we're going to go ahead and go through the exact same process that we've been doing. First thing I want to see, I've got a fifth power. So that means I should also have a fourth power, which I don't. I only put one of those in there. I have a third power, second power, first power constant. So again, I'm just going to rewrite this with a 0x to the fourth power so that way all my degrees are included. I also have to look at what I'm dividing by. That follows the same rules. If I have a second degree, that means I'm looking for a first degree and a constant as well. I have my second degree. There's no first degree, but I do have a constant. So I need to rewrite this one where I have a 0x to account for my first degree. Okay, so I went ahead and rewrote it. I'm ready to set up my division problem, so I know that what I'm dividing is going to go in the house. What I'm dividing by will go on the outside of the house. Normally I would go ahead and set that up as a fraction, but I'm not going to do that one this time. Okay, so it's all set up now. I'm ready to take my leading term of 2x to the fifth, divide it by my leading term of x squared to get my result that I have to write up here. Okay, you can see I got 2x to the third, and I went ahead and wrote it at the top. I'm also going to distribute that to x squared, so that's going to give me 2x to the fifth. I will then distribute to 0x. And you might think, oh, that's just times 0. I can put 0 there. I'm going to treat that one as a placeholder. So the 2 times 0 is 0, but the x to the third times x is going to be x to the fourth. So again, that's really just holding my place to make sure everything stays aligned. And then I have 2x to the third power times -1, so that's going to be minus 2x cubed. And now I'm ready to draw the line and change my sign. I'm going to go and put a 1 in there to make my life just a little bit easier. So when we subtract, we're going to draw the line, change the signs, and see what we end up with. Okay, when I go ahead and combine those like terms, my fifth degree term goes away. My fourth degree term goes away. So I have a -1x cubed plus 2x cubed, going to give me a positive 1x cubed. We're going to go ahead and bring all of these guys down and then go through the process again. Okay, so now I am ready to divide my leading term of x to the third by x squared. So x cubed divided by x squared is simply x. I write that on the top. Distribute. So that's going to give me x to the third, which makes sense. I want it to, because those need to be the same. And then I'm going to distribute that to my 0x. So just use the 0. The x times x is x squared. Distribute to the -1, so minus x. And then again, we will draw the line and change the sign. And let's see what we get when we subtract. I find this one easier to do if I put the 1 there. So I see positive 1x cubed minus 1x cubed. That goes away. Negative 8x squared plus a negative 0x squared. Well, that's just negative 8x squared. Those divide out. And I'm not going to just leave that one the way I did right here. When those added up to 0 and they canceled, those were in the lead, just in the lead, and I'm not going to put a 0 for leading term. But this one here, that is a placeholder, so I will include the 0 for that one. And then again, bring down your 8, and we go through the process again. So this time I'm going to take negative 8x squared divided by x squared. So again, it was this leading term divided by this leading term. It results in negative 8. I put that at the top and then distribute that to x squared. So that's going to give me negative 8x squared. negative 8 times 0x is 0x, and negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. And then you might notice something right there. I'm going to give you a chance. Do you see how all of those terms are exactly the same? So when I draw the line and I change the signs, what happens? These will cancel, these cancel, these cancel. That means I have a remainder of 0 this time. Oh, okay. So that means x squared minus 1 is actually a factor of that 5th degree polynomial that we were starting with. So let's see what our final answer is then. Our final answer will be 2x cubed plus x minus 8. The next video that I make is going to be how I check my answers when I do this long division, because there's a lot of stuff. We could have gotten something wrong. How do I know that I actually got the right answer?